Greetings gastronauts, this is Keith Cooks, I'm Keith, and today I'm going to show you how to make something that's absolutely perfect for a cold, wet, horrible day like today. Pea and ham soup. And this really is a proper winter warmer. It's true comfort food, it's very easy to make, and let's do it. Right, ingredients for pea and ham soup. I've got peas, I've got a ham shank, I've got a couple of sticks of celery and a carrot, an onion, a bay leaf, a teaspoon of ground black pepper and a knob of butter. Now the peas, these are dried marrowfat peas. In the States they're known as field peas. They're basically peas that are being left out in the field to mature rather than being picked when they're very young to be frozen. And with these you need to soak them preferably overnight, and with a teaspoon or two of bicarbonate of soda in there, baking soda, that helps them soften. And the ham, this is a ham shank. You could also use a ham hock, or you could actually use bacon or anything you want, really. But this has a nice bit of bone running through the middle, a lot of fat. That'll give us tons of flavour in the stock. And don't confuse it with cured ham. The ham here just refers to the part of the pig's anatomy that it comes from, its leg. Okay, let's get going. So the first thing to do is peel the onion and chop it quite finely, about like that, and then chop the celery and peel and chop the carrot again into small pieces. And now we need to melt the knob of butter in a large saucepan on medium heat, and then we'll throw these in and start making the stock. Okay, the butter's melted, so I'm going to add the vegetables. Just give them a good swizz round to get them all coated. When we turn the heat right down low, put the lid on, and we'll just let those sweat for about 10 minutes. Right, that's sweated enough, smells fantastic. So what I'm going to do now is put the ham shank in, and then I'll add just enough water to cover it. There we go. We can also add the bay leaf and the pepper, and then turn the heat right up and bring it to the boil. Now as it comes to the boil, you'll probably get some scum rising to the top, so you can just skim that off with a slotted spoon, because we don't really want that. Now I'm just going to put the lid on and reduce the heat to about medium, about half, and we'll let that bubble away for at least an hour. Okay, so it's had an hour and a quarter actually, and you can see the meat there is looking like it's cooked, and I can rip bits off with my fork. Let's have a taste. And it's quite salty. So take the meat out, and we'll add the peas now. I've drained the peas and rinsed them in cold water, because if you do use the bicarbonate of soda, it doesn't taste very nice. You want to get rid of all of that. Okay, so, and there's a bay leaf. I'll get him out now. We'll bring that to the boil again, and we let it cook for half an hour to an hour, depending on the age of your peas. Now the meat's had a bit of time to cool down, so now we can start messing about with it. We want to get the skin off, and now we'll get the meat off the bones, and we just more or less shred it. Okay, that'll be more or less enough. There's still some meat left on the shank, but I'll use that for something else. And now we just pop this in with the peas. Now some people like their soup to be less chunky than this, more of a puree, in which case you would put the ham in after you've pureed it, but I like it lumpy and bumpy, lovely texture. And let's see if we can find a pea and see if they're cooked. The peas are not quite cooked, but I think another 10 minutes, so that will give us 40 minutes total cooking time for the peas. So here is our wonderful pea and ham soup. And the consistency and texture is up to you if you like it smoother or thicker or more liquid. You can just mess about with it and do that. I like it like this. So let's have a taste. That hits the spot. That's really tasty, really comforting, really easy to make, so why not have a go? And that's that. Hope you enjoyed it. Now please share it with all your friends on social media. Subscribe to this channel, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and don't forget the amazing website that has all the details of all the recipes. And thank you for watching. Come back soon.